What on, family? It's your boy Street Newz Tv. Back at y'all with another Chiraq Street Legends. And this episode is going to be about none other than AMG Fresh, aka God Duffle.
Whoa. Before we get started, press like on this video, subscribe if you're not a subscriber, and leave a comment for your boy. And you know, as always, I appreciate the new fans, listeners, and subscribers.
Know who flow the best. They should call me Yoda Fresh, the greatest ever, more or less. Hey, who the truth? Point them out. We can do to beat me. You need God, Allah, Buddha too.
Now Fresh comes from that AMG set, BDs, the Outgill Money Gang. They're from 132nd to 133rd, Ellis to Greenwood. Now that Outgill Gardens area is heavily polluted. There used to be a lot of factories in that area. So once the factory shut down, the area was pretty much left a mess. Reportedly, the soil is very bad, the water is very bad, and there's been a lot of people around that area that has come up with cancer. And also, that neighborhood is bordered by Riverdale, Illinois. Now, AMG Fresh wasn't necessarily one of those guys that was, you know, chitty bang bang. He always want to go to war in the streets. Nah, AMG Fresh was more focused on money, especially before he died. He was real good friends with Zach TV. Also, he was real good friends with T Streets.
Long live T Streets, long live Zach TV forever.
It's a lot of conspiracy theories there and people trying to implicate him in the death of Zach TV. And a lot of people say that the reason why AMG Fresh was killed was because he had something to do with the death of Zach TV. Do I believe that? No. AMG Fresh, he's another guy that had a style when it came to rap that was very peculiar. Not necessarily peculiar in the sense of the word when it came to the industry and rap. Why do I say that? Because he had a style similar to that of Jay-Z. You would put him in the boat with guys like Beanie Siegel or maybe Jadakiss. He had a different form of lyricism in a way that he put words reminded me of a guy from, say, New York. And I could see why, because he kind of grew up on that music, the Jadakiss, the Jay-Z's, the Black Robs, the Biggies. You see what I'm saying? And, you know, these were the people that most influenced the way that he rapped. He kind of emulated his style a little bit from those guys. Why? Because the era that we came up in, it was all about, can you rap? It didn't have nothing to do with your look. It wasn't about how cute you think you is in your skinny jeans. It wasn't about how many followers you had on Instagram. It wasn't about none of that. It was strictly about talent. Versus nowadays, it's like first the look, then the antics, then the music. But as you can see, the talent is the last thing. So AMG Fresh is one of the last good lyrical artists that we've seen to come out of Chicago. And the messed up part about AMG Fresh's story, he was literally on his YouTube every day. He was literally doing lives and things of that nature. He was literally constantly dropping music. He was also representing where he was from and helping people out and trying to move his people out of that situation. But again, he's another artist out of Chicago that nobody really heard or dealt with until he passed away. Now, I checked his Instagram. From the looks of things, he had crunk his Instagram up, you know, not too long before he died. He died just last year in October. So, as you can see, the deaths of Zach TV and T Streets were almost or close to a year apart from the death of AMG Fresh. You never seen AMG Fresh beefing with anybody. You never seen him on the internet going back and forth with anybody. I think that this dude, AMG Fresh, was actually a good dude that was repping his set and doing his thing in the rap game, and jealousy actually ended up being his demise. I understand that guys got ops in the streets, but when street shit is going on between two different sets, and one guy from one of these sets is actually gaining exposure for whatever it is that he's doing, and he's becoming famous, he's bringing that hood up. He's shedding light on the hood that he's from. And at the end of the day, your ops are just not gonna like that. Now, like I said before, a lot of people think that the reason why AMG was killed is because he had something to do with the death of Zach TV. Me, myself, personally, I do not believe that. I believe that AMG Fresh got killed on some personal beef. I think that he had something going on with somebody else, and that's what ended up getting him killed. I think that him dying so close to Zach TV and T Streets, then by him being from the Wild Hundreds or the Dirty 130s, I think that that's what kind of implicated him in that. And like I always say, the internet is a beast. The internet can work in your favor or it can work against you. And a lot of rumors get spread on the internet, on YouTube, on Instagram, things of that nature. So we have to be careful to watch what we say, because a lot of times we put out this negative energy and it has the potential to get people killed. Do I think that that's what got AMG Fresh killed? No. But do I think that we need to discontinue starting shit, being messy on the internet? Yes. And I say this all the time, because at the end of the day, you not living in that war zone that he's living in. You don't have to deal with the trials and tribulations that he has to deal with on a daily basis. And that's just simple and plain. Now, this is another great Chicago artist, an OG in the game, that was took out because Chicago is just the type of place where it is hard to thrive when you're trying to do something, and it's harder to thrive when you're becoming successful at doing whatever that is that you're trying to accomplish. So if you out here in the streets and doing music, it's time for you to pick a side. You got to pick a struggle, baby boy. You can't be out here doing music and you're moving units and, you know, on this successful, positive shit, but then be over here in the streets on some negative shit at the same time. It's like oil and water. It does not mix and it will never mix. Because your ops are eventually gonna look at you like an easy target that they can take out to hurt their ops.
Plus my name hot shit, cause 12 hitting the same blocks, and then the same cops that know I'm selling cocaine.
So it's either you gonna be in the streets and do your thing in the streets, or you gonna be on the internet, in videos, out the way, not in the streets. It's okay to have contact and kick it with the guys. I'm not saying leave your block, abandon your block, or abandon your hood. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying use your head in this situation. Stay out the way. If you're gonna be out there on Instagram, on YouTube, stay out the line of fire. But you can't do both. And by now, I think that we see that. So many artists before AMG Fresh lost their lives in the same type of manner. Getting popular, but still affiliated in the streets, still repping what they repping. No, AMG Fresh never dissed his ops, but at the same time, he was doing his thing with the music and becoming successful, so he became a #1 priority and he had to go. Because your ops want you just as miserable as they are. They want you scrounging and scraping too. It's hard for a man to tell me that he would kill a guy, but at the same time, he want to see this guy win. That don't even make no fucking sense. But you have people to say that all the time. You have people to say that they would rather see a guy dead than in jail. Which is crazy. I don't wish death on nobody, and I don't wish jail on nobody. We all out here in this shit together. We need to stop the bullshit and come together and move as one unit together. Because mark my words, as long as we not together, we'll never get ahead as a people. Maybe one of us or two of us, might slide through that crack out of our hood. But 9 times out of 10, that one or two of us that's gonna slide through that crack, he's not even really affiliated with the hood like that. I mean, that's where he's from. But he's not coming back to represent, whatever hood he's from. He's not coming to shed no light on what's going on in his hood. He's just happy he made it out. And my thing is, can you blame him? Coming from a hood like Oakdale Gardens, could you blame anybody? Because if we don't suffer from air pollution, we suffer from the pollution of the mind. We suffer from trauma dealing with the police. How could we trust the police when they steal and kill from us just as much as we do? We can't. It's up to us. Another sad story on another sad day. Rest in peace to AMG Fresh. Rest in peace to Kobe, Black Mamba Bryant. And rest in peace to anyone that has lost their lives in the streets trying to make it out. It's your boy SN TV. I'm out.